me the last couple of days, and we always go to the dog, and it's just emotion I have not really felt before. I had a whole bunch prepared, threw that away, rewritten, wrote it. So let me just say a few things. Thank all you young people for being here and loving Mariah being enough to sacrifice to come see. And you mean so much to them, and because of that, you mean so much to us. And Mariah's family, I love you guys. Everybody I've met, you're super. And I just want us to say, there have been some people that have been great examples as Christians, as men of integrity. And Rick Donnelly and Stan Simmons are a couple of the best men I know in my life. And they've been close to Ben, almost like uncles to him. And I really appreciate these two men, what they've meant to them. And Michael and Matthew Raven, you're like Ben's big brothers. And you have modeled how to love your wives so much. And I so much appreciate that. A little bit about Ben. To say Ben was unique growing up was kind of an understatement. Ben couldn't speak a language we could understand until he was like 3 years old. And John said he could speak Ben's language, but usually when John did the translation, it was Ben needs 2 more cookies. And John was pretty sneaky, so we really don't think he understood that alien language. And I told Ben that we found him like somewhere in the field, and the aliens left him. And I think he believed it because I got a call from the principal when he started kindergarten because he was telling his teacher about his alien background. We never lied to the boys about the Easter Bunny, Santa Claus, things like that. And that kind of came back on us one time. I threw a 40th year birthday party for Amanda. And Ben was like 7 years old. And Amanda had always told him she's 29.
Still am. I still am.
And when Ben saw the numbers, she said, "Mom, you're 29. She said, "No, I'm 40. You lied! I taught both my boys to potty train. And it served 2 purposes. It got them potty trained. It taught them to step away real quick, and it ran the fire ants out of our yard. So we've had a lot of good times. We've come in from shark tooth hunting so muddy we had to wash each other off with a water hose before a man would let us in the house. We went arrowhead hunting one time and got into a bed of seed pits. So Ben says, "Don't tell that story." So we were laying, me and Ben were laying naked on the bathroom floor. Over us with a pair of tweezers pulling off the seed pit. That explains a lot. So I was very proud of my accomplishments with the potty training, but Amanda wasn't, and that was it kind of came back on us that part too because Ben had a little exhibition. We have a planters festival in White Oak in North Carolina every year. And there's tractor pulls and all this, and so we were there at the tractor pull, and I think, Kathy, y'all were there at that time. And we were getting some food from a vendor, and Benjamin, little 3-year-old, whatever, slipped away from us. And when we saw him, it was like in front of like 50 people out there, in the middle of the whole thing. And he had his pants down on his ankles, and he was letting it fly. I was so proud of him. He was proud of himself, but Amanda not so much. But it has been a joy parenting both my boys. Ben has he's got such a heart for commitment. When he was 7, in a Sunday school class, the teacher told him about the sinner's prayer, what you got to do to have a relationship with Jesus. Well, Ben came straight to us and said, I understand all this. I want to do it now. So he did it now. I baptized him that evening in her bathtub. So Ben is like that. He is all in on things. We've got a cliff we swim in a river near where I'm from. And when Ben was a teenager, and John, we would go swimming there. Ben was one of the few people who would jump off the 55-foot cliff down in the water. And he's fearless. He goes all in. And I know this is a big plunge to marriage for him. And let me just say something about Mariah. She has been such a pleasant surprise for us. She is such a rare combination of fierce determination and such a soft heart and a caring heart. She has been like the perfect thing to help me to figure out life. I think Benjamin couldn't speak. He spoke a different language until he was 3, Well, he finally found somebody who could speak his language. And she's been wonderful. And one thing I like about, and we're impressed with Mariah, is she places such an emphasis on family and friends and relationships. And just watching her live that out and what she's done to maintain a relationship with her sister in North Carolina, with a best friend that she grew up with, all the way up in Washington. And we weren't surprised when Ben came to us that day and said, Mom and Dad, I'm moving to Washington. He was not going to let her get away. She was the pearl of great prize that Ben was willing to give up everything for. And that's a beautiful story. Being the day I married your mom was the best day of my life. I've done a lot of dumb and smart things in my life. That's the smartest thing I've ever done, is marrying your mom. And once I started dating her, there was never another woman in the world. She was the only one. And I think you see Mariah the same way. And I appreciate that. And Amanda and I think you chose well. You did not choose a shrinking violet or a damsel in distress. You chose a warrior princess and somebody who will fight by your side to stand against whatever is coming against your marriage. And that's what it's going to take. I found in my life that marriage is both the most rewarding thing I've ever been a part of and the most difficult. And being married to Tommy Raines has not made it easy for her.
Amen.
I came across a song by this band I think you've heard of called Need to Breathe. And some of the lyrics just reminds me of what I'm just going to go over this. If you ever feel like you're not enough, I'm going to break all your mirrors. I want to be there when the darkness closes in to make the truth a little clearer. I want to hold you close, but never hold you back. I'll be the banks for your river. And that's really what we as husbands need to do. We need to help them be all they can be. Because I would be nothing without my wife. And I'd like us all, if I could borrow a glass, to raise a toast to Ben Mariah. May you keep Christ at the center of your marriage, and may happy children live.